and an explosive development near the Persian Gulf. Word that Iraq has invaded neighboring state of Kuwait, with fighting reported along the border. The residents say that they were awakened by machine gun fire and heavy artillery.
Five months ago, Saddam Hussein started this cruel war against Kuwait. Tonight, the battle has been joined.
Over 500,000 coalition troops are deployed to the Gulf. This is the largest deployment of troops since World War II.
Now, the 28 countries with forces in the Gulf area have exhausted all reasonable efforts to reach a peaceful resolution, have no choice but to drive Saddam from Kuwait by force. As I report to you, air attacks are underway against military targets in Iraq.
The skies over Baghdad have been illuminated. We're seeing bright flashes going off all over the sky.
Well, there's anti-aircraft gunfire going into the sky.
The liberation of Kuwait has begun. In conjunction with the forces of our coalition partners, the United States has moved under the code name Operation Desert Storm.
By February, Allied forces are ready to strike. U.S. Marines and Air Forces will take Kuwait. The British in the U.S. 7th Corps will take a left hook into Iraq to trap the Iraqi Republican Guard. U.S. and French units will take the extreme left hook. Airborne forces will penetrate 100 miles deep into enemy territory to set up forward operating bases.
Right now, all we're doing, the only mission that we have currently is to continue to block further advancement.
But I mean, Marines in general, what are they going to do about the Iraqis being there?
Well, I expect we're going to go up and spank them. That's what we're going to do. And they probably ought to call 911 right now. I expect we'll go expel them rather violently, rather shortly.
Saddam Hussein was given one last chance. I have therefore directed General Norman Schwarzkopf, in conjunction with coalition forces, to use all forces available, including ground forces, to eject the Iraqi army from Kuwait.
Saddam Hussein is going to regret pulling this start shit. We're going to kick some Iraqi ass! Kick some Iraqi ass!
We have to go kill people, but that's the only way we're getting home. I see it's either them or me.
This will not be another Vietnam. This will not be a protracted, drawn-out war.
Shortly after dawn, these pictures of U.S. howitzers already inside Iraq, firing at enemy troop emplacements inland.
The Blitzkrieg assault began at dawn. Thousands of Allied tanks and armored personnel carriers cut through sand berms in southern Kuwait and Iraq.
If there has been any surprise all day long, it has been the incredible speed with which coalition forces have been able to drive into both Kuwait and Iraq itself.
My own guess is that about 75% of them gave up and about 25% fought.
I don't think anyone predicted that the Marines would get much farther than maybe 5 kilometers, at the very most.
The advance is so far inland, the main assault by the U.S. Army's 7th Corps is brought forward in a day. Army units pummel an Iraqi defensive position known as the Saddam Line. At 3 p.m., they attack. They meet tougher resistance.
70 meters in front of you, Iraqis. Marine snipers are behind us, trying to suppress Iraqis that are moving through the trench lines. You hear artillery, mortars, small arms.
Only 2 U.S. soldiers are wounded, and over 100 Iraqis.
A day of great successes for Allied forces.
Allied casualties were light. 11 Marines were reportedly killed in one counterattack.
And all day long we have been hearing about the near collapse of at least the initial Iraqi defense line.
Lay down your weapons, come up. We will not hurt you. We are here to help you.
The Iraqis were there, but they elected not to fight. They could retreat and they could surrender much faster than we could attack or advance.
Be home soon. It's great. Is everybody okay? Yeah. All right. Good.
During a break in the fighting, one of the Marines in the Humvee rests at a battalion aid station.
Our left wheel axle hit a mine and it blew up the back of the vehicle. It was a scary feeling, and I just stopped shaking a few minutes ago.
Ahead, there are reports of Iraqi tanks, and the Marines must still move forward.
So far, it seems to have gone pretty well our way. Of course, initial indications are sometimes difficult to rely on.
I thought it'd be a lot tougher, but then again, it's not over yet either. So I don't know. It's just not as tough as I thought.
To the west, American airborne troops were flown into Iraq in what the Army called the biggest helicopter assault in military history. 4,000 troops reportedly set up a huge base from which attacks will be launched against the Republican Guard.
We're well deep within the enemy sector, but we're prepared to go further north if need be.
The first day of the ground war is now all but over, and from the point of view of coalition forces, it seems to have been a resounding success.
As they pushed deeper into Iraqi territory today, the troops reported meeting increased opposition.
By the second afternoon of the ground war, Iraqi units launched massive counterattacks to retake lost ground. The fighting is heavy, but their attacks are repulsed.
Some did fight. We had quite a counterattack yesterday morning, and a good bit of it around my CP.
For one thing, advance elements of both U.S. and British forces are said to have swept across Iraq in the direction of Basra, all the way to the Euphrates River. That should effectively trap Iraq's Republican Guards, who were fanned out along the Kuwaiti-Iraqi frontier.
But the ground campaign, of course, has just begun, and the Allied forces have not yet fought Iraq's second echelon, the well-trained, well-armed Republican Guards. As one field commander today said, the farther we go, the more difficult it will become. The Iraqi army may be retreating, but it is firing on its way out. As they drive north to encircle Republican Guard positions and then destroy Iraq's best forces, the Allies claim they have destroyed 2,000 tanks since the war began and defeated 21 Iraqi divisions. That's a force of more than 200,000 soldiers.
We're not here to try to kill the Iraqi soldiers. We're here to try to get the terrain and free Kuwait back up.
While Marine tanks stormed north and fought a pitched battle near the international airport in Kuwait City, attack helicopters and A-10 tank killers leapfrogged ahead to hit Republican Guard artillery and tanks near the Iraqi border.
Some of the Republican Guard in Soviet-built tanks finally turned and decided to defend their homeland.
As we crested the rise, my gunner identified tanks to our direct front. I yelled, "Fire!" The round impacted on the frontal slope of the tank, and the tank commander was ejected out of the hatch, and he himself was in flames. As the other tanks crested the rise, they began to select their targets and engaged in an almost simultaneous manner.
These were the first engagements between U.S. ground forces and elements of the Iraqi Army's Republican Guard. The battle, codenamed 73 Easting.
The Battle of 73 Easting is the second largest tank battle in American history. 1,000 Iraqis die, at a loss for only 6 Americans. The Iraqi army is in full retreat. They are excessively bombed by coalition air power. Charred bodies and destroyed cars litter the highway. This image of the charred corpse of an Iraqi soldier sparks outrage among the public.
We're located about right here at this northeast cloverleaf. We swung up from back right through here by the airport, came around and then hit them from behind.
What's it been like?
Devastation, total devastation.
Light rain and overcast skies, further darkened by the smoke of 200 oil well fires, made visibility today difficult. Pilots said all of Kuwait looked like it was on fire.
Looks like what I envisioned hell would look like. I hope I never have the opportunity to see firsthand, but the country of Kuwait is burning.
The apocalyptic scenes in and around Highway 8 give it the name, the Highway of Death. On the 28th of February, 1991, Kuwait City is retaken and a ceasefire is reached. Although sporadic firefights will continue, major combat operations are over.
In Iraq and Kuwait, the war doesn't go away so quickly. 2 more Americans have died as the result of mines. The overall U.S. death toll is now 89, 10 more than the military reported yesterday. The military says there have been a number of ceasefire violations since yesterday, most of them apparently initiated by Iraqi troops who had not learned of the truce. In another incident, 2 U.S. soldiers died. In the war, a Saudi Arabian official said today he thinks the Iraqis suffered 85 to 100,000 casualties.
I can report to the nation, aggression is defeated, the war is over.
The 100-hour ground war left behind a battlefield littered with destroyed Iraqi tanks. A cemetery of twisted armor that revealed the destructive power of Allied tanks, artillery, and aircraft.
Pentagon plans call for the U.S. to begin withdrawing forces within the next 2 weeks, but sources here warn that withdrawal will be a lengthy process.